Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in the state of hockey. In the previous episode, we did a lot of talking, a lot of discussing this episode in particular. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna suck, and I'm doing a lot of the last two episodes I've done without your guys's what would you call that, info, comments. I'm doing it without your suggestions. Just like when we lost Louis Langweeder. We lost him, went on to have a great season with Arizona. We're losing a lot this year. More than I thought I was going to lose. In the last episode, we got Harrison Hayter on a great deal. 8-year contract, he's our guy. We got Grossman to a great 3-year deal. He's going to be worth more at the end of that contract, but for right now it works, and by the time we have to sign that next contract of his, we'll have enough money to do it. But for right now, it's going to suck. But let's start this episode talking about the draft. The draft, well, the first 3 picks went really, really well, and the other ones, you can throw them in the trash, never talk about them again. The first pick of the draft we made, we kind of went off the board. We're like, this guy says he has a 1-year, or it says he was NHL ready. Trenton Stanton. I don't think he's ready for the NHL. But do we leave him in the QMJHL? Personally, I do. I think our AHL squad is so stacked, and I don't want to not give him as much attention as he deserves. Wow, I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing this name. KAVANAGH. Is it KAVANAGH? Because the GH is kind of sad. I'm pretty sure. I love him. Great pick at 27th. We had the same feeling for him, and then Tikhonov were like, hey, this KAVANAGH guy looks really good. Tikhonov. They both were really good. I want to leave all of them unsigned. Lindholm, we drafted last year. We can probably leave him for another year. That wouldn't hurt. And all these other guys, YONKMAN, he's not the best yet. I mean, KAHN, we're going to sign because he's ready for the AHL. Everybody else can kind of just do their own thing. I'm not really worried about any of their contracts. We can sign them when we really feel like it. I'm not worried about it. Where do we start? We started with the draftees, but now it's a matter of the youth versus the guys that have been around for a lot of Stanley Cups. Kel Numminen versus Hudobin. And you can debate literally either one, the positives and cons. Nothing makes it feel any better, because I agree with both of them. We just don't have that kind of money at this point in time. It sucks. But before we get to that, we have to talk about goaltending, because everything hurts. Everything sucks. I said this was going to change the landscape of Minnesota, and it's going to. That's a fact at this point. Christian Pettersson has been a pretty solid goalie for the last few years. He won us a Stanley Cup. I think he was a part of a bunch of Stanley Cups. Stanley Cup finals, that is. Stanley Cup run, another bunch of wins. 157 wins in his career here in Minnesota. The thing is, he's crapped the bed 2 years in a row. Well, no, the finals wasn't his fault. The finals was Arseny's fault, but right now, we know in this game that the difference between an 85 and an 80, and an 85 to a 90, is not a lot of difference. And he's asking for how much money? 4.9. That's a really good contract. But think about it this way. Sign Pettersson and you lose guaranteed Numminen or Hudobin. That's a fact. And now a plane is flying over. Can you hear that? And that's because we live near an army base. Yippee! Always the planes. I actually haven't heard one in a while. Maybe I have a terrible attention span and I just don't even realize because I watch too much Family Guy. Yes, I watch Family Guy. I know. It's stupid, but I love it. That's what most people have to say about me. But Christian Pettersson, I have liked his play. When he came in, he was a really solid goaltender for us, really stood up to the challenge. But now that we're in this position, we have a lot of goaltenders to choose from. A lot of these guys might have a phenomenal off-season growth. One of them, in particular, the guy to lead us into the future, DeAndre Moore. I'm not sure if he's ready to be the starter. But here's the thing. There might be a cheap option out on the market. Because we've seen that in previous years, like $1.5 million for an 87 overall goaltender. Goaltender prices change a whole lot in free agency, and it's always wide open. You can find a lot of talent that way. DeAndre Moore I really like. He's going to be our starter heading into the future. He's going to be better than Christian Pettersson in like 2 years. I'm not sure if he's going to simulate the same way, but he's won a few Has he won No, he actually never won a championship for Iowa. But he was a great goaltender in the US of A. He was a great goaltender in Iowa this year. He had a really good playoffs. I know the AHL and NHL simulate differently, but he's our guy. Leighton, what does he want? We're going to have to wait on that because we literally have pennies. We don't. I know it says we have $18 million. But for the contracts we have to dish out, it's not a whole lot. Christian Pettersson. This sucks. This really hurts to do, but for right now, we are going to have to release him. Now, when it comes down to Newman and Hudobin, we can retain both of them. It's going to take a lot of very intricate maneuvering. So Leighton, we're gonna qualify Leighton right now. One of them might have a great off-season boost. They might be an 84 overall to start next season, but Moore is our guy heading into the future. You can get rid of Calico, which is an awesome name, by the way. Every other guy, you can just release him. We have enough goaltenders as it is. So Solis you can wait on. Benin, all these other guys, I'm not super worried about. Zanacarano, so let's think. We can wait. If we need to sign a goaltender here or there, we will. But that's it for goaltenders, right? So we'll talk about UFAs, RFAs. Let's start with the RFAs. Pretty easy. Sign them to two-way deals. Not really gonna hurt us. Karppinen, good, works for me. Albert Schausser. We take 3 years, good for us, might even be a good NHL player for us. This coming season, when we don't have a lot of money to spend, Brent Perez doesn't, we'll qualify him right now because I'm not sure how much maneuverability we have for these contracts. So let's go down to all these guys. Got a bunch of y'all to sign. Can get rid of all these guys that'll never make it onto the squad, even the AHL squad. Let's get rid of them. Alfredson will sign, 21 at 70 overall. I'm okay with that. Hedman as well. Ulf Hedman, good. Klimreed, sign him. So a bunch of guys we have to sign here. Zinger, what a name. A bunch of these guys I'm sure are going to be like, oh, there's not enough room in the AHL for me. I don't want to be here. I'm okay with that if you don't want to be here. I don't want you here. I want you here if you don't want to be. Okay? It's okay. We'll win championships without you. Too bad. So sad. Wow, we got a lot of guys. The AHL is going to look so nice. Maybe try to go for another championship. As you can see, I'm letting go of a few players just because the AHL was so stacked this year. We don't really need a bunch of them, and we can sign exact guys like them if we really need to. Nicholashin, who we got at the deadline, I'll sign him to that contract. He might even be a really good depth player for us. So, oh, Bobby Lev dropped. 78 overall. Man, he's been a stud for us since he came to Minnesota. I know, 82 games, 3 games, 59. The last few years, he's been an integral part in the playoffs, that sort of thing. He's won a few cups with us. The stats might not show, but he's a name that we're just going to have to drop. He doesn't want to be here. He can go sign somewhere else. I'm okay with that. A bunch of these guys we don't need. And then Connor McDavid. So we went out in free agency last year after we lost Louis Langweeder and got Connor McDavid. He was phenomenal for us. And this kind of situation, remember how Danny Alfredson played for Ottawa his entire career and then signed with Detroit for 1 year? It's kind of this situation. He played for Edmonton. Now he's in Minnesota for 1 year. He's going to go to free agency. He's going to find a home. Easy peasy. He's going to ask for a whole lot of money. He's worth it 100%. So I would sign him to that contract if we had the money. Connor McDavid, we are going to release. I know that hurts. You should never ever say that ever. Connor McDavid releasing you. No, that doesn't make any sense. And now it comes down to the big boy contracts we were going to simulate today. There's a bunch of scouts, coaches, all that things. Okay, there's a few guys that are going to reject. I'm okay with it. It doesn't even matter. We'll have to talk about coaches. Because I know there's a few of you who are like, oh, you should change up your coaching staff. I will go into that. But our first... Oh, a bunch of these guys don't want to sign. Okay, we won't sign them. Our first priority is Newman and Hudobin. Hudobin, I see a lot of similarities between them. I do. You know, they both started off their careers relatively slow. I mean, I would say, so 4th year he was a legit boss, and then you go to Hudobin, who this is his 4th year, and he's trailing him. But he's a good player. He's also playing first line time, and Newman has never played first line time. But Hudobin, he wants 6 years at 10. So okay, let me pull out my calculator. We did do this purposefully because we did get Hadar and Grossman back. So our plan last year has worked out, but it's gonna come with some consequences. We knew it was gonna happen either way, but I think we did it the best way possible. 10 point. See, if we had Langweeder, we wouldn't have any money at all to spend on these guys, right? So if we do this 10, it'll be like $9 million. 8 years at 11. Let me see how much this would work out to. I want to see if we can lose a few dollars off that. So that'll work out to 1 year is 8.975. So we have, man, that still won't be enough money. Cale Newman, 12. We know he's worth that contract. We 100% know he's worth that contract. Since Hudobin is an RFA, we can deal with him longer. Newman, we cannot, and he's going to ask for $16 million on the open market. Easy. We can negotiate with him right now. If he doesn't accept the kind of the 0.85 trick, if you don't know what that is, you times the contract by 0.85. Usually it works, sometimes it does not. $11 million. This is cutting it so close. $11 million. We'll go 11.1. For 4 years, it's cutting it close, but will he sign that contract? It kind of changes everything if he does. Will he? Cale Newman, come on, Cale. Okay, there's a bunch of scouts, obviously. Come on, Cale. Come on, Cale. Come on, Cale. Do me a favor, bud. Come on, Cale, do me a favor. Oh, damn it. Oh, he doesn't want 11. Oh no, he wants 12. Not a huge difference in money. He's worth that kind of money. If you look at his stats, he's a legit scorer. He's one of the most underrated players in our franchise's history. He almost has 600 goals. Over half a goal per game clip. 12 point, that's almost $13 million. He'd be our second highest paid guy. Trust me, I love Cale Newman. I do. I'm just trying to think, do we go with our younger guys? Man, think about the last few years. We've lost Langmeter. We might be losing Newmanen. We lost a lot of guys, haven't we? I guess that just happens when guys... We won our Stanley Cups. We have won our Stanley Cups. Think about it this way. We've won our Stanley Cups. We have. If we lose him, we lose him. But we're looking towards the future. We are. That's a fact. Khudobin. 6-year deal. I mean, we could go again for one more year at 8.9, and he's probably not interested in that. Hold on. This could work out. If he signs a one-year deal at 8.975 times 0.85, we're doing the 8.85 trick, by the way. Wow, my anglais is terrible today. 7.6. I think that would have enough budge room for Cale Newmanen. 7.65 for 1 year. We can debate this contract again next year with potentially Quinn Hughes off the book. Advance a day. Khudobin, you'll save us. Oh no. Oh, it's really... This sucks. This really sucks, man. I'm not even going to worry about coaches right now, because we have to shape the coaches around the team that we have on paper. The good news is we're still a great team if we lose either one of them. Cale Newmanen, man. Cale Newmanen. Would you do 1 year? Would you do 1 year? 12.575 times 0.85. He probably won't take that, but I'll do 1 year at 12.9. Advance a day. Oh, there's a bunch of scouts. Okay. Cale Newmanen. Oh my god, Cale Newmanen signed the 1 year deal. Okay. Still don't think that's going to be enough. Yeah, see, that's not enough room for Khudobin. I'm going to qualify him just to make sure we don't lose him. Could you imagine if we lost that guy? That would suck. We don't have enough money for him. But getting Newmanen for 1 more year, Quinn Hughes potentially retires, $12 million back on the board, or off the board, you know what I mean. But good news is we're heading in the right direction. I know we've spent a lot of time on these two, but look, this is our future, right? We have to be smart. Now, coaching staff, so our goalies didn't... We can sign the goalies whenever... That's whatever. We can wait for that. Assistant, how is he? Does he like our guys? We can always fix this afterwards, right? You know what? We're gonna not even worry about that. We're going to sim to free agency. We're going to worry about Khudobin. Now, there is a possibility somebody offers Khudobin a $10 million contract, and that's 4 first-round draft picks, right? Right, we have to discuss that sort of thing. And then we're going to look around the league, see what's on the block, potentially. Maybe see what's out there. Sign free agents. Khudobin's probably one of the biggest ones out there. But the top of the board is Barnett. He's been with Vancouver, I want to say. He's been with Vancouver his entire career. He's been a damn good player. 1 goal shy of 500 with the Canucks. Has left via free agency. Niederberger, Cale Makar, Khudobin, Slychuk, Matthews, Lundell, Wilmer, McDavid. Hopefully he goes somewhere nice. and warm. Okay, any nice guys out here? Nice guys. Why did I even use that word? Nice? That's not a way you describe a player. I mean, if you're Mark Bergevin, you do. Character. That's what makes a good hockey player. Okay. Goaltending. Any good goalies out here? Any cheap goaltenders? See? Blacker. What a name. Blacker. Love. Wow. Raffle Blacker. Did we draft him? No, we didn't draft him. I knew we had a raffle one time. See? $1.9 million. Cheap goaltenders. Then you got that's a Spencer Knight. How is his poise? Poise might be really good. That might help us out a lot. Yeah, we're going to have to look into that. I'm going to remember Spencer Knight. He might be off the boards pretty soon. But apparently poise is the special stat where goaltenders are good or not, which makes no sense at all. But, whoa, Creamer? Brandon Creamer. Friggin' love him. We have some options. We do. Any goalies out here? Leighton seems to be the best goaltender or prospect goaltender, you could say. So, we have some decisions to make. Let's look around the league, see what's out there. I know we did this during the draft, but things happen after the re-sign phase. So, see what the hell is out there on the block. Not sure if I'm looking for anything specific. I'm just seeing if anything makes sense for us right now. Maybe we look for a cap dump. Maybe we see a prospect and then make the cap dump work out, because I'm not even sure who the cap dump could be, because everybody's so important on this team. Right? Lucas Raymond on the block. Funny. It's a good position to be put in because we have so much talent. It'd be terrible if it was the other way around and we just didn't have anything and we were just constantly rebuilding like Detroit, but never actually doing it right. But it's whatever. That's exactly why I split the off season in half: draft, re-sign, free agency phase, because I knew it was going to be a lot of trouble. So Toby KAHN is on the block. Very interesting, right? Because he's a righty and he's a franchise. Is he an 85 overall? He could be higher than an 85 overall, but then he wants a contract next year, right? Yeah, right. I was thinking maybe we swap Hudobin for KAHN and make them retain. That's potentially something that we could do, but it's not totally set in stone. But it happens. So, not a whole lot on the block. Ottawa, I'll keep in mind. But let's go to fine trade. So, we have $6.5 million. We have to save about $3 million, $2.5, somewhere around there. What do we trade, guys? I know Quinn Hughes is an 84 overall at 12. We could potentially move him. It's kind of an unmovable contract, but we knew that was going to happen. He's our captain. No way, Jose. He's a Minnesota Wild his entire or most of his career. He lives and dies with us. Oh yeah, MacKinnon is gone. When did I sign him to this contract? He's 150%. He's the guy going. Why did I press that button? That saves us just about enough money. I'm just hoping nobody goes and offers him a $10 million or like a $15 million contract, which would absolutely obliterate us, and we'd have to take their compensation because there's no way I'm moving anybody else, right? I would trade. Skewin was the other guy I was thinking of. Would save probably enough money, but MacKinnon absolutely freaking works. Is there anything out there for him? I'm sure there could be like a second. Yeah, second from Boston, might even take that. Nah, I probably don't want to trade Boston. They reverse swept us in the finals. Maybe. Edmonton might not be a good team. Florida, second seems to be the best. So let's go ahead and take the one from Edmonton because they just won the lottery. So let's accept that pick. MacKinnon, you've been a player. Goodbye. Accept that trade. That should potentially save us enough money to sign Khudobin. Now, here's the thing. He needs to accept... Oh my god, I looked at Newman and I'm like, did I not sign him? So RFAs, Khudobin. He still wants 10. We could go a year. Damn it. He's really making it hard for me. Oh, man, I thought we saved enough money. I hate this. Says 9.750 times 0.85 equals $8-ish million, which we don't have. Oh, wow. We're like screwed. Yeah, this... Okay, 2 years at 10 point... We're just doing some math. I'm like... What's that? The Rain Man? Okay, nope, that's still too low. Oh my god, nothing works! Everything... Okay, we literally don't have enough money. We don't have enough money. We could trade Skuin, but there's no guarantee that Khudobin will take the 0.85 trick. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. There's none. Zero zilch. No guarantee at all that he takes that compensation. Not compensation. You know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. Damn it. This sucks. This sucks. We got Khudobin. That's good. We got Newman. Sorry. Khudobin was drafted 2nd overall. We put a lot into him, right? That's a 2nd overall pick that we could trade for a potentially 1st overall pick. Yes, somebody had to flush the toilet, but there's a trade in Ottawa. I think there might be a trade in Ottawa that we can make. That might be risky. Do we take the 4 first, which nobody has offered him yet? Do we go a few days? Make it work? Okay, let's see Ottawa. Ottawa. I know a lot of you guys are like, well, that's a centerman. We can transition him to a right winger. Toby Kahn. Toby Kahn? Kahn! That's a beautiful player. 23, 1 year left on that deal. Same as Khudobin, but he's under contract, right? Minnesota would be over the cap. Now, for this deal to work, they have to retain half the salary, and I would be willing to throw pieces at them because Hughes might retire, and that's kind of where we're basing everything around right now. The cap might go up, everything might work out fine. Okay. That trade will not work one-on-one. You can debate Khudobin's a better player, but Kahn has had more experience, has been a better player, has the capability of... What is he, a playmaker? Damn, on the first line with Anthony Francis and Pietrangelo, he might work out really good. He might even be a sniper. No, it doesn't look like he's a sniper, but he might be a good all-around player. I'm willing to throw a 2nd at them. If they, like... I know you can debate that, but... Right? $2 million, we can go out and sign a starting goaltender. Make this team better all around. Khudobin, you guys might debate this, but I know you guys are in the comments like, oh, you know, this. See, he's been, these last 2 seasons, the 75 points is the most he's gotten around Anthony Francis and Pietrangelo. How much better is this guy going to get? Probably a lot better, because I always eat my words. Good news, he's going to the Eastern Conference, but we get a 1st overall pick. We have him. The 4 first overall picks that we might get. We don't even know if we're going to get it. Right? Proposed trade. I know, it hurts, but let's see. Trade rejected. We're going to have to add. I am willing to give them any prospect they really feel like. You want Carbon. Come on. Trade. Oh, Jesus, we just did it. Toby Kahn. Welcome to the Minnesota Wild. I know you guys might disagree with it, but he's a 91 overall. It made sense. 150%. Why was I even thinking there was a big age gap? There wasn't. He's 23. Why was I even thinking that? I don't know why I was even... That was a phenomenal trade, Owen. Are you on drugs? You're so smart. What are you... Yeah. Doy. You're good. You're good. You are good. You made the right trade. You did the right thing. And we're going forward. But first, I'm going to pencil in KAHN on the sheet of paper so I don't make any... KAHN! Numanen on the second line. Why did I... Okay, so second line left winger. We have $3 million. Let's see what's out there. Is there any decent left wingers out there? Lefties. We can always trade for one if need be. Right? Don't have a lot of money. Yeah, let's just go after the goalie. Go after the goalie. Makes sense. Starting goaltender. Who's the best for us? Blacker might be the best suitable candidate. Spencer Knight, though, is 34. Could... Yeah. And then we could go out, have enough money to spend on a rental second line left winger. Because Kreider might be good enough for the second line. We can always send Gogolev up. Spencer Knight, we can trade for some depth. Or add some depth. Spencer Knight is the guy we're going after. 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. I'll go 1 year, and I'll give him 1.8. Just to make sure we get him. I know that's a very similar contract to Blacker. But it's 1 year, right? So I think it works out pretty nice. So, I'm gonna go. I know this episode's taking a weird turn right now, but we're going to view contracts, see what our depth is looking like. I know we have a potential fourth line center. Prince is there, right? We have a bunch of little guys that could totally make the lineup, like Lamb or Zimmerman. I just want to make sure we have the right guys to be there, potentially. Lefty, yeah, we got guys that can fill spots here and there. And if we need to sign or trade for a depth guy, I think the fourth line's just going to be just a mixture of random wacky talent this year. But I think that if Spencer Knight comes on, I want to make sure we have enough spots for goaltenders. That would mess everything up, wouldn't it? St. Louis, you better not steal this goaltender from us. I know you beat us in the first round, but please have mercy on my soul. So, hold on. Why does it do that? Okay. Main rod. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, we have enough spots to sign him. We're good. We are good. So Spencer Knight, probably be worse when we start next season. But Leighton, Montreal. We got a goaltender here. I know he's pretty solid, but we really don't have any... No. I thought he was better overall than that, Montreal. You dirty little sneaky buggers. Spencer Knight, sign the contract, damn it. Sign the contract. Sign on the dotted line, damn it. Good. Okay, good. He's probably going to drop an overall, but it'll be a good backstop to whomever takes the starting position. But do we leave coaching staff for the beginning of next episode to discuss? Because we got a lot of holes to fill. But the good news is we made it out of this offseason. We made it out. We got Toby KAHN. KAHN! If you don't know where that reference is from, guys, you're so young. KAHN, Star Trek, The Wrath of KAHN. The Wrath of KAHN. What a good title episode. Is that going to be... I don't know, but I know for future reference that that's a phenomenal episode title. KAHN! I love that. Beautiful. I think that's it. We're going to leave coaching staff for the beginning of next episode. Before I ended this episode, thank you guys so much for your support. We're almost at 500. Keep the train chugging along. You guys are the best. I hope you guys know that. I appreciate your guys' support so much. I do this because I love it, and you guys make it that much better. Thank you, guys. Wow, I messed up my own intro. Again, how many times am I going to do that in a week? Thank you guys very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.